When it comes to the home parties, it's a fantastic way to tap into your warm market. What does that mean? These are people that you know, and these are people that you want to basically show them maybe the products and the business and really what we do in our company. So it's a very, very easy, systematic way to get in touch with people, tell them you launched an incredible new mall, and host a party. So how do you do that? Well, the first venue I always say to pick out is your home. Your home is the best venue. Why? It is very personal for people. And it's personal for you as well. You're bringing people into your domain. So definitely, home is somewhere I definitely recommend, and somewhere that in the past I've also done myself and had tremendous success with it. Secondly, of course, you want to invite your friends, your family members, and you can also be hosting it in their homes as well. So a lot of times I've had people where I've done a party with them, and then all of a sudden they'll say, well, I'd love to host a party for you myself. And I always say, no problem. You can host a party. I'm going to take you through the steps. So you can do it in one of your friends' home or someone who wants to host a party for you. Of course, church and community centers are always a great place as well. Restaurants are definitely a great pick. I remember the first time I went to Italy, Ronaldo had actually organized everyone in a restaurant. And, I was expecting 40, 50 people, and I think we had over 150 people that showed up that first time. So restaurants can definitely work out to your benefit as well. And sometimes with the restaurants, you can also negotiate and say, well, everyone's going to have a drink or eat something. So they'll give you like a little private room. And of course, meeting rooms and hotels are always ideal for business presentations. Because remember, when you're presenting a business, what do you want to do? You want to represent the business in a very professional manner. And you can also do them, you can also host a home party there, but I prefer the hotels definitely for more business meetings. Secondly, set up a date and time that you want to host an event, and you should always set these ahead. It shouldn't be a week ahead and all of a sudden say, I'm going to do a party. But it should definitely be set ahead where you set a date, you set a time, you pick it out, and most importantly, have enough time to get a chance to invite everyone. And so once you do that, before you do that though, you must also set up a list. So in the back office, I don't know if you all know, there's actually a memory joggers list. So you can sit in there and you can fill out, all the different people that you have. And I remember when I first started in the industry, one of the other creative ways that I would remember names was I would flip through my albums. So I would write the list of everyone that I knew. Then I would go through the albums, and then I would go through my cell phone. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, this person. Oh, this person. Oh, I forgot about this person. And so I would populate my list. And the rule is never cross anyone off your list. Always invite at least 20 people because probably half of them will not show up, even when they confirm. Anyone ever experienced that you invite them to a tour? They're like, oh, yeah, I'm coming. And the last minute, they don't show up. Totally normal. Do not get offended. Do not take it personal. Things come up in life, right? And fourth, contact your guests, share the excitement, get them to come out, and get them to bring a friend if they want. I remember the first time I ever saw the first business presentation in network marketing, someone had invited me to get my opinion on something. That's how I got to hear about it. So invite and tell people to, come out. And what I would also recommend is write down a script and say the script over and over and over so that you can actually don't sound like you're reading something, but you've memorized it and you know it well. And that way you sound totally fluent with it. Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. So send out invites. So invites could be sent out in multiple different ways. One of the ways that you can send out invitations, of course, is through email. Email is one of the easiest ways. What you want to do is send out invites immediately after your call. So if I'm calling you up and saying, hey, Ronan, I just started in the business, and I'm launching it into Australia. I want you to come out and see this business. You want to basically, once you've done the call, you want to send the invite out right afterwards because it's a great follow-up. It's a great reminder. And most importantly, it shows professionalism, right? You want to build this as a professional business. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is by building it as a professional business. If you treat this as a hobby, it's going to pay you as a hobby. You treat this as a business, it's going to treat it and it's going to pay you as a business. So you want to make sure that you follow up, and following up is so crucial. That's why I absolutely 100% believe in the Forensic Networker system, because it's got a tremendous tracking system. And the tracking system is not only available just in our business, but I know Dawn, who's one of our real estate agents, she was telling me that she uses it in, there you go, she uses it in her real estate business as well, the Forensic Networker system, because it keeps people on track, right? So what you want to do as well, you want to do confirmation calls before the event as well. So these steps are crucial to make sure that you're doing the confirmation calls. So for example, let me give you an example like to our business. Tonight we have our gala. I have a list of performers and entertainers for you. So right away today, we're already calling them and saying, we're just confirming, you know where the venue is, you know where to come, and we're confirming with them. The same way, the day of your event, you should be calling them up and saying, so tonight's the event, this is the time, this is the place, are you aware, blah, 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 blah. So if there's any confusion or if there's any changes, then you're aware. It's not last minute, right? And sometimes we're busy in life. Like I know myself, I get so busy in life, if I don't get follow-up phone calls, I'll forget. And people are busy, so you got to make sure you follow up and call them. Okay, the ideal show. What should an ideal show be? Because a lot of people think that, 12 to 9 p.m. is an ideal show. Way too long. It needs to be short. It needs to be about 2-3 hours max from the time that everyone registers. If you're serving coffee and tea or wine or whatever, it should be a short, to the point event. And of course, you should be completely and utterly ready 30 minutes before the event, because you got to make sure you walk through, you got to double check everything, make sure all your inventory is proper. You got to make sure that if there's anything missing, you kind of fine tune it and clean it up as well. Go over the itinerary of the event if you have team members that you're going to have an event. So this morning, for example, when I came in, I'm just using, day-to-day examples. This morning I came in, I got my team outside, my staff, I had a meeting with them. I went back to AV, I had a meeting with them and said, so this is the schedule, this is the itinerary, this is what we're going to do. Got ready for the day, right? So that we're all in sync together and we're all working together as one team. Well, it's the same thing for you when you're doing a party or when you're doing a meeting even. This also refers to business meetings, by the way. You're getting together with your team, you're reviewing everything, you're reviewing your inventory, you're making sure, okay, so Stacy, you were responsible for this. Oh, Renee, you were doing this. Oh, Sarah, you were doing this. Winnie, you were doing this. Everyone, has got their responsibility, and you got to make sure that everyone knows that. So go over the itinerary of the event, make sure the event is clean and tidy and represents our business. Make sure you are well dressed. Most importantly, I want to get to the topic of that bracelet, which is what I just mentioned. If you notice on this whole page, it is highlighted. Be a product of the product. The worst thing you can do is be standing there, and I'm telling you all about how wonderful our business is and how wonderful our products, and they say, ooh, I love your watch. Is that from your brand? Well, no. Ooh, I love those earrings. Are those from you? Well, no. Ooh, those are nice shoes. Can I find those on your website? No. So it's like, if your product is so good, why aren't you wearing it? Right? Now, I understand. Sometimes when you first start, you have to get a couple of items first. I get that. So your answer should be no, but I just got started. This piece is from my collection. This piece is from show them what is from the collection and just say, I just launched my mall. I'm still building up my inventory. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure that they don't doubt you for 1 second. If your product is so good, why aren't you wearing it? Feel confident in what you're wearing and be in business attire. I don't recommend jeans at all when it comes to building a business, personally. I think it's not, I think it just represents a very casual look. And some people in some markets, they say, well, we don't wear dress pants. Wear khakis. Just don't wear jeans. I have a lot of, $500-$600 jeans that are ripped and stylish. Don't wear them to business meetings. I always say you should look sharp, you should look clean, you should look very businesslike, and of course be dazzled from head to toe in product, and definitely make an example of who we are. Also, you get a chance to dress up. I mean, what could be more fun than dressing up, right? I mean, look at all these guys. They all look so handsome. The ladies are all dressed up and dolled up. They all look fantastic. You feel good when you dress up, right? By the way, I have to say, our GWC luxury consultants from all across the world, we got a good-looking crowd, by the way. We got some good-looking people. Yeah. We got a good-looking bunch for sure. So you guys look really amazing. From up here, you guys look dazzling. All right, be confident. Be sure to present yourself well. When you represent you, you are representing the company, right? So when you are, sometimes I get phone calls, and some of you are saying, oh, I'm a luxury consultant, but you're not saying you're a luxury consultant. You're acting as if you're corporate. And I get the phone call, and I'm just kind of like, ugh, right? So you got to make sure you're representing the company properly. Wear shoes if possible. What does that mean? Because some people are like, I do wear shoes. If you're doing a presentation, I prefer for you not to be barefoot. You can have the nicest feet in the world, even if it's like house shoes that you have to wear. I would definitely recommend do a change of shoes. Personally, when I go to parties, especially living in beautiful Canada that we have snow in spring, what I do is I wear my outside shoes outside. When I go inside the house, I change into my dress shoes. And I would always recommend, don't even wear your fairy shoes outside in the rain and snow, right? Wait till the boots come out, and then you can wear those. By the way, the boots arrived yesterday, too. Be well groomed, clean, shave for the gentlemen. You could have a beard, but make sure it's nicely lined up. Do a shape up, as they call it, in the island, and clean it up. Each guest, when they arrive, greet them, get them to sign in. This is very vital in your business, in a business meeting as well as in a home party. It just keeps track. Why do you guys think the night of the fashion show, we kept track of every single person that came in? You need to track your business. You need to track who's looking at your business. It is a great follow-up way as well. Hand out lookbooks, VIP books. By the way, did you guys all pick up the new Posh booklets? Aren't they great? Wait till the fairy ones. If you didn't pick them up, pick them up. There's limited stock here. Pick them up. They're absolutely beautiful. They have from A to Z everything that we have in stock. It is the most updated, so make sure you grab them before you go today. Remember, promo table shuts down today, right? So you want to make sure you grab your promo items right away. So giveaway, of course, lookbooks, VIP, client cards. Does anyone here not know how to use this? Okay, so go in your back office, and it's okay not to know because that's why you're here, right? You're here to get trained. So go in your back office. There's something called a VIP card, and I have a whole bunch of them on a piece of paper. You just print it off, you slice it all up, and you're able to basically keep track. So if someone doesn't have the time to create a VIP account, you can actually fill out their information then and then create the VIP account later. Please make sure that they know you're going to do this, okay? And of course, you want to make sure you have order forms. If you're doing cash receipts and order forms, I have them on sale today, so you want to go pick up a lot of those and pick up 20, 30. They're packs of, I think, 25 or 50. You want to make sure you purchase those as well. These are all of your business tools that you need to run and build a professional business. I remember Ramin telling me a story when he was in his nutrition company. They didn't have the fancy websites and online stores. I don't want to give away how long he's been in the industry and tease him up a little bit, but one of the most important things is that people were looking at how much printed documentation you had in front of you when you were actually building a business. So you want to make sure you have your order forms, your catalogs, your tools that you need, situated so that when that new guest comes in, you look like a professional organization, right? You're not building this as a hobby. You're building it as a business. And you can build your tools up little bit by little bit. Once the show starts, spend about 30 minutes building like and trust. This is the big thing that Ramin has taught me. Like and trust is so important. What does that mean? Get to know your guests. Get to know who's arriving. Get to know their names. Get to know what they're doing. Get to know who invited them, for example, their story. And you want to make sure you spend some time with them so that you are able to get to know their story or their why or why they're there, or what kind of products they're looking for. Maybe they're going to a wedding, maybe they got an engagement, maybe they got a birthday, or maybe they're there to look for an opportunity. So get to know them. Ask for sales. This is one of my key rules. A lot of people want products. They're just sometimes afraid to kind of take that first nudge. So what you want to do is, ask for the sale. If they pick up an item, they say, "Ooh, I love this necklace." Don't be afraid to say, "I got the matching bracelet to go with it. And I got matching earrings to go with it. Oh, and I got these shoes that are just going to complete the whole package." And you don't need to carry all the product. All you need to do is open up a VIP account and just get them to make the purchases online. Do you know how many times we sometimes get tickets and Jonathan comes to me and says, or I send inquiries over to Jonathan and I'm CC'd on the emails where I made retail commissions or I made commissions. How did I make these commissions? People don't know. They made $600, $700, $800, $900, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in commissions based on giving away business card from someone who possibly would have met them at a home show and then did an order back again. So get orders and ask for more. Of course, explain the VIP program and the rebate kickback, which I'm going to take you through today as well. If you are approached about the business, because a lot of time people in the home shows will say, Vernicia, I love this. I want to build this business. How do I do this business? So don't stop everything that you're doing, but basically take their information down. Give your business respect. When someone says, oh, give me that 2-minute spiel of what the business is, don't just leave everything that you're doing to give them a 2-minute spiel. It's a business. It's not a 2-minute spiel, right? Take their name down, take their information down, say, once the home party's done, I'd love to make an appointment with you and sit down and show you what we do. Another little strategy that I used to use when I used to be in the field, when I was hosting my party and when I was talking to the crowd, I would say, now, there's been many of you, even if no one asked me, I would say, there's been many of you that have asked me about the business, and I know there's a lot of excitement about the business. Once the party is done, come and see me privately, and I'll be more than happy to give some information. Now you're already before the show putting it in their head that there's a business opportunity available. Is that great or great? I need energy. Great or great? Great. Fantastic. Use your own taste and personality. Like people say, what is the rule of setting up a table? Use your own taste. I always say group them. So this table was actually a very simple table that was provided. The GWT tablecloth could be found and purchased outside. The mannequins can be purchased outside. So it's very easy. I use some empty boxes to elevate the table to kind of give it some visual effect and just group them. Put the Posh together, put the Fairy together. By the way, have you guys all seen the new Posh watches are changing from pink to white? The guys are like, yes, thank God. Yeah, so we're switching over from the pink boxes to white. And it's because we have more and more unisex items. So you'll see for the men, you actually receive your Posh watches in the white boxes. By the way, how many of the men love the new Posh watches? And how many of the women love the watches? Women won. Just saying. Display your products in the original boxes. Let your customers know that these beautiful pieces have beautiful packaging to go with it as well. You want to show that off as well. And when you're displaying, I always say group and organize. So you can basically put all your timepieces together, you can put your shoes, or you can do a beautiful display, with your bigger pieces maybe in the back, elevated, of course, your beautiful jewelry and its boxes, but group it and make it look pretty. And the first time you do it, you're not going to get it right. So do it, just step back. That's my rule. I always tell Rachel and Sophie, when you're done designing something, step back and say, how does it look? And then you're like, nah, you modify it. And then I did that so many times in the showroom yesterday that my head was spinning. Because I would do a showcase, and then we'd step back, and I was like, no, move that over and do this, do this, do this. And then we'd redo it again. And then by the end, 9 hours later, I was like, it looks good. And I got emotional and almost cried when I walked out of there. So it looks fantastic.